Hi, my name is Samantha Lumley. It is June 1st, 2019. I am in Bio 225. I'm doing the experiment biochemical testing for microbial identification for carbohydrate fermentation testing. This is the first step for the video. I've got the 6 labeled vials. Number 1 is glucose cerevisiae, and then it goes through number 1 S. epidermidis glucose, number 2 is for fructose, number 3 is mannitol. I have each one of these. So basically, I just need to sterilize each one by crossing or flaming the lip. Then I'm going to take glucose, because it's labeled glucose, and I am to insert half of the vial. Then I flame it again, cap it, shake it till it dissolves. I'm going to do that for each one that's labeled glucose, and then I'll do that for mannitol and dose. Okay, I did half of each solution in each, half of glucose in the cerevisiae, half of the glucose in the epidermidis, and half of the fructose in each the 2, and then half of the mannitol in the last 2. And then I took the Durham tube and placed it, I guess, upside down and into the tubes, made sure there's no trapped air in them. And then I'm going to take the cerevisiae, and I'm going to remove a pipette from the alcohol. I'm going to uncap all of these guys. I'm going to flame each one, and then I will have them all uncapped, and then I'll be back. Okay, I am back. I'm going to flame the lip of the cerevisiae culture from prior lab. I'm going to take the pipette, and it is dry. I'm going to draw up and drop 4 drops, 2, 4 in each cerevisiae sample. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm going to do the rest and then drop it into a bleach solution. Flame the top. And then cap it. I'm going to flame each one of these and cap them. We'll be back. The next one is the S. epidermidis sample culture that I had made a few labs ago. I'm going to flame the lip and then grab the alcohol pipette, dry it off. Draw up, drop 4 drops, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Bleach solution, flame the top, and then I will be incubating these and be back in 12 hours to check it out. Thank you. Hi, my name is Samantha Lumley. It is June 2nd, 2019. I'm doing the second part of the carbohydrate fermentation testing. I am in Bio 225, and here are my test tube results on the bottom. So Phenol red is a pH indicator, so when it's yellow, it's an acidic solution, and the Durham tube shows carbon dioxide and gas bubbles. So the gas bubbles would be in the tube if they have gas. So this is the cerevisiae with mannitol. It has a little pink on top, but it's yellow overall. So it's a fermented with acid production. It does have some gas bubbles in the tube. So it would be fermenter with gas bubble production. That's mannitol. Fructose for cerevisiae is definitely a fermenter with acid production and no gas bubbles in the tube. Cerevisiae for glucose, it has some bubbles in the Durham tube, so fermenter with gas production. So the glucose epidermidis has acid and some gas bubbles in the Durham tube, so it is a fermenter with gas bubbles. The epidermidis fructose has some gas bubbles in the Durham tube, and it is also a fermenter. And the last one is the S. epidermidis mannitol. It is pink. It has gas bubbles in the Durham tube, but it's a non-fermenter because it's pink still. All right, thank you, and that's the end of my lab. Hi, my name is Samantha Limley. It's Bio 225, June 2nd, 2019. I'm doing the video for carbohydrate fermentation testing, and right now I've incubated and I am going to observe the results. So here is my test tube rack, and I'll go through them. They're going to be fermenter with acid production, fermenter with acid and gas production, or a non-fermenter. So phenol red is a pH indicator, so when it turns yellow, it's an acidic solution, and then the carbon dioxide and nitrogen gases will be in the Durham tube. This guy is yellow with some pink on top. This is the yeast with the mannitol, so the results would be fermenter with acid production, and I don't see any gas bubbles in the Durham tube. So fermenter without gas for the mannitol for yeast. The fructose for yeast is also a fermenter with no gas. The glucose for yeast is a fermenter with no gas. For the S. epidermidis with the glucose, it looks like there's some bubbles in the Durham tube, so it would be fermenter with gas production. And the epidermidis with fructose has some peak at the top, but it looks like it's a fermenter, and it looks like it has some bubbles in the Durham tube. And then the last one is mannitol for S. epidermidis, fermenter with some gas bubbles in the Durham tube. And that ends my lab for this